Good morning to the mothers of the house. Good morning to the mothers of the house.
Good morning.
Good morning to the girls in the house.
Good morning.
Good morning to the grandmothers of the house.
Good morning.
The mothers are sleeping. Let me try the men. Good morning to the boys in the house. Good morning to the men in the house. The fathers in the house. Yes, my name is Sihle Sibisi. I am the founder of Kwanele Foundation. Kwanele Foundation is an NPO which advocates and stands against gender-based violence and femicide holistically. And when we say holistically, it's because according to the Bible of Sihle Sibisi, you cannot give what you don't have. What do I mean? If you can't love yourself within yourself, you cannot love your neighbor. Because hurt people hurt people. So if you are hurt within yourself, you are bound to hurt the next person. So that is why within Kwanele Foundation, all the offices that we have are based from personal experiences that I, as the founder of Kwanele Foundation, have been through. And that is why for me, Kwanele Foundation is a passion, it's a movement, and ours is about restoration and rehabilitation. I know when I go to churches and people see Sihle, they say, yo, we wonder if our pastor did something wrong. What's happening? Because most people will say, we saw her on Amapisho, Kwanele Mfundisi. Yes, within Kwanele Foundation, we have an office called Kwanele Mfundisi. Now what that office does, Sihle Sibisi at the age of 16 was given away to the church and subsequently taken to Nigeria, subsequently raped, victimized, isolated, you name it all. Now, 20 years later, I'm 37 years old today. So you can imagine how, you can see I'm very beautiful, right?
Amen.
Thank you so much. You can clap for me. So you can well imagine when I was 16 how beautiful I was. And unfortunately for me, my parents or my mother, because at that time it was a privilege and an honor to be close to the man of God. It was a status thing. And I was chosen amongst the young girls to say, you are born of the world, but you're not of the world. You need to come and stay at the mission house. So 20 years later, that is why people say when COVID-19 happened, people died. I said, no, when COVID-19 happened, something was born within me. Because I had time to face myself and say, Sihle, what happened to you? These are questions that sometimes we don't ask ourselves. Because some of us go around with bitter hatred. We are angry, but we are afraid to face ourselves. I had to face myself to say, ish, I was given away. But the office of Kwanele Mfundisi, we're not against pastors. We're not against churches. It's just the office that says, surely there should be other Sihle Sibisis out there who are currently going through or have been through what I went through, but they're too afraid to talk. So what we do, we bring forth restoration and rehabilitation. Through the office of Kwanele Mfundisi, we've got pastors, through our psychologists who are attending Alcoholic Anonymous. We've got pastors through our foundation who are getting psychological help. Because we don't just go out there and make noise and say, hey, this pastor did this. No. Restoration and rehabilitation through our legal team and our psychological team, we assist where the need be. The problem is that when we phone pastors, if I phone and I say, hey, Bishop, Pastor, let's speak to Sihle Sibisi Kwanele Foundation, they drop the phone. And I'm like, please don't be afraid of me. I am such a beautiful soul. Then we also have an office called Kwanele In-Laws. Yes. Yes. Because when you look at me, remember I said, you can't give what you don't have. So I'm that girl that was married twice. Girls, if you haven't been married, ladies, you're still going to get married, don't worry. Trust me. You know, it's all about you fixing yourself within yourself so that the right man can locate and find you. Because men know the difference between a wife material and a club material person. You ask yourself, why is it when this guy is going home for family functions, he never phones me? But when it's time to club, he phones me. The problem is within yourself as a woman. Check yourself. Why are you attracting the ones that only want you to go clubbing? Why are you not attracting a man that says, I want to introduce you to my family? Why is it that man, when there are family functions, he forgets about you? But he phones you at past 11, 12 o'clock at night. How are you, baby? And then you think, oh, he loves me. He's phoning. No, girl, you are an afterthought. You are an afterthought. So the office of Kwanele in-laws, as I said, I was married twice. And I was widowed twice. And guess what? It was women that became perpetrators of gender-based violence and femicide to me. How? Through the things they said. Remember, gender-based violence and femicide doesn't start when he hits you or when we find a dead body in the street somewhere. It's the things we say. Women were the ones who were saying, woo, women were the ones saying, Sihlisi kills men. Women were the ones saying, stay away from her. Women were the ones saying, now that her husbands have died, we need to run away from her because she is so pretty, she will take ours. The problem is that as women, sometimes we are so quick to want to point the finger to men, forgetting that we ourselves are enablers of GBVF. And we are perpetrators. Right now, you'll find that if your son had to look at me and say, hey, mom, this is hot, I want to date her, you will be the one saying, you're going to die, don't go there. Yes, women, yes. Because the problem is that we don't face ourselves. We don't. So through the office of Kwanele in-laws, we do that which I wish someone had done for me when my husband died. Because I was disinherited of everything that was supposed to be willed to me. I was rejected. I was isolated. So through our psychological team, we are there to counsel the family. Through our legal team, you know, African people, when your husband has died, they want you to sit in a specific corner and you can't do anything. After the burial, you wake up, someone has appointed themselves as an executor. So we make sure that that does not happen. Then the last two offices we have is Kwanele Nsizwa and Kwanele Ntombo. Now I'm an educator by profession. And being an educator by profession, I am aware that within the school, yes, we've got life orientation educators, but they are not able to penetrate the subject of gender-based violence and femicide holistically. So we have partners with different schools. We've got a national footprint where we have classroom dialogues on gender-based violence and femicide from the early childhood development stage all the way up to tertiary. Because there are certain things that kids will not tell their teachers, but when CHSBC is there and the Kwanele Foundation team is there, they will tell us and they'll be shocked. So that's basically what Kwanele Foundation is about. And I want to thank the church for inviting me. I want to thank Maggie. You know, I was humbled when she said, when I got the invitation and the office said an Anglican church wants you, I said, Anglican. Okay? Anglican. And I had to Google Anglican because, you know, I'm used to the churches, you know, and I'm thinking, okay, Anglican, all right, God, if this is what I'm supposed to do, let me do. But when it comes to the church, how do we work? We love churches, and we appreciate working with the leadership of the church. Through whatever programs, we usually work with women, we work with men, and we establish programs for women and men, where maybe on a monthly basis or every second month, we congregate, we offer counseling facilities. Because some of you sitting here, yes, women, you look pretty, you've got makeup on, you've got dukes on, you look beautiful, and I'm sure some of you, you're wearing, you know, your tights that you wear, your stomach hold quite tight, and everything is shaped up nicely. But ask yourself the question, the beauty you look outwardly, within, are you the same person? Some of the women in here, if I had to say to your husband, how's your wife at home? They'll probably say, yo, hi, no, Musadi Ole, I don't want him. But at church, you are great pretenders as if everything is good. You are the ones that want to serve, usher, do everything, but women,